You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. A TADPOG podcast!
Man, it's like Steven Tyler's
I
here.
know. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, I meant he is here. Steven Tyler,
Steven
thanks
Tyler
for joining
Holland.
us.
Yeah.
That's like a Wheel of Fortune puzzle.
This podcaster has giant lips and does drugs. And is a chubby ginger. Steven Tyler Holland. Done.
We should start an Aerosmith cover band.
Okay.
We should use this podcast episode as our announcement, where it's like, we've decided what to do with our lives finally, and that is to be the world's third best Aerosmith cover band. I bet there are a lot of really good Aerosmith cover bands.
Probably, yeah.
We're the 23rd best.
We're the 23rd.
Yeah.
Right after Scrantonicity, and they're a police cover band.
Right? Yeah, I love Scrantonicity.
So we mentioned Aerosmith. Not that you can't get us to stop talking about Aerosmith most of the time.
I can go on. I could talk about Aerosmith for a while. I was a big fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the first CD that I owned was Big Ones, which was a Aerosmith hits album. That's the first one I got from the Columbia House CD for a penny program. And then I also got the Weezer Blue album through that. That's honestly the best album that I got through that.
Because my first exposure to Aerosmith was on Armageddon.
Yeah, and see that was when they got real big because Don't Want to Miss a Thing, right? That was the theme for my senior prom was Don't Want to Miss a Thing. So that was like the song for my senior prom, which as a guy who liked Aerosmith in middle school, you'd think I would love, but it was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And what it did was give me perspective to look back and be like, oh, it was all bullshit. Turns out it was all bullshit.
Because I remember, I listened to that. I remember hearing Pink.
Yeah.
That was another oh, okay, well, this is kind of
It is kind of different for them, right? But that one, it was kind of whatever. It's a different thing, I guess.
And then in college, Jacob and I are driving around in his car, and he plays Dream On.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I like this a lot.
Who is this? Yeah.
Aerosmith. No. No.
Real early Aerosmith.
I was like, really? This is really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
What happened? They stopped doing drugs. Oh.
Yeah, that is what happened, man. At least that's what I hear. I listened to their 90s stuff because it was that era what really got me into Aerosmith was the two videos, Amazing and Crazy, both with Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone. And that was a nut, for a middle school boy, that was a gold mine. A middle school boy with very super, super limited access to pornography. That was an absolute gold mine. I had recorded those videos. I remember being in middle school and having the VCR ready with, I can't remember if it was, I guess it probably was MTV. I remember waiting where it's it's going to come on. It's going to come on. And then it did. And I wore that tape the fuck out, dude. Wore it out. It's my shit.
Good story. That's good.
It's my shit.
Like I did with the Spice Girls music video cassette that my grandmother got me from the gas station.
Well, see, that was before we had a good printer.
Oh,
And before we had the internet. The internet was around, but we didn't have
Creek porn days.
Yeah, I mean, it was honestly, it was Creek porn days. And I guess it just wasn't my day of the week to have the page of Hustler that we found, that hobo's page of Hustler we found in the creek. That's the thing that weirds me out the most to think about that stuff, is where it's oh yeah, that was just a homeless man's porn we took.
Yeah. He's probably real mad.
He's probably real upset about that. Yeah. Well, I didn't know, at the time. It's just like, why is this porn in the creek? Who cares? It's porn.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember seeing creek porn and being like, "Oh, she's naked. I'm not really like she is not attractive. I don't." This
really?
Is kinda, yeah. Very rarely was there ever creek porn. I was like, "Hey, now."
Oh, really?
Most of it was like, "Oh, cool, naked, huh? Yeah, no, it's all right."
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where. Man, I had that one issue of Playboy.
I like my porn to feature women who look like women, not women who look like early teenagers, and that's what I found the most of.
Oh, that's what you found in creek porn?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that existed.
Like lollipops or whatever shit that's called. Yeah, like no, thank you.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that existed until because I remember now you told me about that, and it's like,
we had a roommate who preferred that, and would buy magazines of that, and I was like, oh, this was in a creek. Why are you buying creek porn?
Where do you buy creek porn?
It's 2004.
Yeah. Maybe that's where you buy it. You can't legally be sold, so you just leave $4 under a rock and dig under these leaves.
Johnny Lollipops comes by and puts copies of lollipops under rocks.
Yeah, I forgot that's a thing. Yeah, all the creek porn we found was all like, I mean, I wouldn't say they looked like real women. They definitely looked like porn stars, and it was like, that was like, man, a wondrous world of full penetration. So like, that was like, man, that was a good place to start, I guess, or a bad place to start, depending on how you look at it. Because once you get that, like, I remember like finding like a full Playboy after that and being like, what is this? I mean, this will work for sure, but like, why aren't things going in?
It's not making me feel like a little bad, and it works for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to feel a little bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Not lollipops bad. Oh, I feel real bad.
I don't know.
Although when I was in middle school, I mean, that might have worked.
Yeah, if you were in middle school, I'm like, okay, hey, I go to school with some of these girls.
Yeah, well, so I didn't always have access to that stuff. So Aerosmith videos came in super handy. And then I got in on big ones. Get a Grip was an album I remember owning. I think that was like a early to mid 90s Aerosmith album. That shit was my jam for a minute.
Just making some notes for show notes real quick.
Yeah, I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and I used to really enjoy Aerosmith when I was in middle school.
I'm weird host Tyler, and I know who Aerosmith is.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Something.
I mean, that is pretty much all you need to know at this point.
Yep. And I believe that they would be heralded as an even better band if they had died when they were like 27.
And if Steven Tyler weren't really creepy, like he's like really creepy.
Yeah,
like he might be the owner and operator of Lollipops. I mean, I'm
gonna put my daughter in this video. Be all sexy.
Oh, yeah,
do it.
Take your shirt off. Ow!
I made all those lips.
I bet you're gonna be an elf one day. And she was.
And she was. Well, we got this package here.
What you got in there? What's this all about?
It's a package from.
Hey, before we do that, sorry. Why are we talking about Aerosmith?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, the random. Yeah, because it's just like, oh, okay.
Welcome to the first episode of our Aerosmith podcast.
Yeah, that's just what we do. Now the randomizer. We were like, hey, randomizer, give us a game, and it was like, all right, and it gave us Revolution X for the Super Nintendo, a Aerosmith game, yeah, an arcade port,
yeah. We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let people know why the fuck we were talking about Aerosmith.
We're gonna talk about this game Aerosmith does stuff for.
Yeah, it is video game related. We promise.
But first, I've got there are so many Yuris in the Tadpog Nation. I don't even know which Yuri this is from.
Yuri it is.
Yeah, there's so many. So thank you, Yuri A. I don't know. There's so many. Now that's our dear friend Zeus Laser.
Zeus is loose.
Which I know his name, but I still prefer to call him Zeus Laser.
Because it's fucking great. It. Untitled Zeus game. Untitled Zeus package.
All right, there's a lot of shit in here. First thing I pull out. Boom. I don't know. This appears to be Russian cola.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip on my light here.
No, I think that's in like Cyrillic or something. I don't think you're gonna be able to read that.
Oh no, in no way. Listen, H, a backwards N, K, O, an upside down V, and an A. Clack.
It's clack time.
Clack
you know,
time.
You know what they say. It's been a long day. Let's crack that bad boy open. It's clack
some
time.
Clack. Let's see. Well, something else came off with it. It's some candy that it's all mildly damp. So I think something might have leaked in this package.
No. Or maybe it's supposed to be that way.
Or maybe it's from the 80s.
Maybe. I mean, we've chewed bubblegum from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trading cards.
This is true.
It might be.
More of the candy. That's
okay.
Candy. Taffy.
Put all the motherfucking Fiexins on there.
All right. I'm going to have to dig into this.
Yeah, get it, boy. Man, I hope there's an issue of lollipops in there.
Clackle pops. Okay. But say, because there's damp, like cheesecloth in here. So something
leaked.
It would appear to be this half leaked bottle of Chersi Boratino. It's with two elves on it, two Christmas elves.
Nice. So everything's going to have like a tinge of Chersi flavor to it. Damn, that sucks.
Oh, and then
the bottled stuff.
A bottle of green.
A bottle of green.
A bottle of green. TAPX, a dash, or a VH. I know nothing about Russian, like whatsoever, so I don't even know where to start.
So this is for Soda Jerks. He sent this in for Soda Jerks.
Oh, okay.
Must have. So the only thing that's really going to be fucked up possibly is that candy. Like, how well wrapped is that candy? Like, is it in like individual plastic kind of things? Or is it like that wax paper kind of dealio?
It is a wax paper kind of deal.
Yeah, I might have fucked it up.
So yeah, there's definitely like this one's in good shape.
All right. Are they all the same? There's 4 pieces of candy in front of you.
Like there's one that's much worse than the others.
But I mean, like, is it all the same candy? Like, or are they different like flavors of different variations?
Let me try to open this bad boy up and see.
All right. Yeah, that one got Chersied up real bad.
Okay, well, it had some aluminum foil wrapped around on the inside there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's all the same chocolate.
Oh, well, that's cool. Then let's pick the driest one. And I mean, I know we're all fucking gonna, COVID each other right now, but you want to do these?
Well, here, I'll take that one since I handled it. This one's also pretty dry.
Woo! Almost went on the board. It's a bad catch on my part. Okay.
Here, if you want to open that, I'm gonna go get some cups so we don't have to drink after each other right now.
All right.
Okay, now we have poured sodas for each other.
We've taken precautions.
3 cups. So
now we're invincible. We cannot die.
So we have the Chersi,
which the Chersi looks like in the cup. It looks like apple juice.
Yeah, let's see. It's Boratino.
Can we save this for last? Because this smells pretty good.
It says flavored carbonated beverage.
Flavored carbonated beverage.
Yeah, there you go.
How much of the label is in English?
What am I, sissy girl? You just drink the drink. It's flavored carbonated beverage.
I am a sissy girl.
You smile like an idiot, like an American. You go to McDonald's. You get your detailed drinks.
My detailed drinks?
Your details. Cola drink, cherry drink. You yammer like young girl.
Well, yeah, we're podcasting.
Is drink.
You ready? You want to drink this Chersi?
Drink the Chersi. You want to save it for last because it looks the most appealing? You want to go green first?
Okay, you want to go in order of like what I think is the grossest smelling to the best smelling?
Yes.
All right. Then let's drink this beer?
The clack. Yeah, I did not expect when I cracked it open, I immediately was hit with yeast.
Clack. This is the clack.
It's clack in what looks like a Mountain Dew bottle, like brown and gold.
Yeah, and it's a plastic bottle, which kind of threw me off. I thought this was like a soda, but it smells smells like a beer.
That's got to be beer.
And it's got like a consistency of like a stout or something like that, like the color of like a stout.
All right.
So clack might be like Guinness.
So first, what kind of soda, jerks? Gonna drink some fucking drinks.
Got some clack.
Got some clack. It's beer. It's not technically a soda.
Got some clack. Got some Chersi. Got some
beer
green.
Soda jerks. All right, let's have this clack.
All right. Cheers.
That is not what I expected by
Me
any
neither.
means.
It's better than I thought it was going to be.
I don't even know how to describe
Dude, this is like if you took an RC Cola and mixed it with
Sweet tea, peach tea.
I can get the sweet tea. Yeah, I can get that. But it still does have like a kind of like a beer flavor a little bit.
It's a fermented beverage. It's got to be in some way.
Has to be.
But it's also like it's really smooth.
It's way, way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I get done mowing the yard on a hot day. I'd come home to some clack.
Look at my shit clacked.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like you smell beer when it's like you pull the cup up to your mouth, but then it tastes like nope, not beer.
Yeah, I know. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's really not bad.
I've never had anything like it before.
Me neither. I want to finish mine. Yeah, man, this. I'm trying
You
to
like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. You know, like every sip, I'm like, but I'm not good at that. You know what I mean? Like you're really good at that. Nikki's really good at that. At like drinking something or eating something and being like, all right, here are what I think the ingredients are. I am not like that at all, dude. Like I'll eat something and it'll be like, it was good or bad. Like it's like, and then
and good can be six different shades,
Right.
And then bad is one.
Right, yeah, pretty much. And it's like, well, then what'll happen is Nikki will be like, oh, well, I put this in it. And when she says it, all of a sudden I can like associate it. Or it's like, oh, yeah, I did taste that. And it's just because I'm like flavor ignorant, you know, because it's like, I don't know. Food to me is
non-taster.
Yeah, I'm a non-taster. Food's different to me than a lot of people, I think. I just shovel it down, man, and hope that it's good, you know? If it's fried, it's going to be great.
It's got a little bit of a sour hint to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's very, very different.
It's not very fizzy, but it has...
I put my finger on it. Like
it's not like fizzy, but it definitely has...
It doesn't stay with you long either.
No. But it's got like a head to it, like a beer.
Yeah.
Like when you pour a beer, it's got like a head to it. Okay, clack. I give it a good. I give it a good plus.
I don't really like it, but I also don't dislike it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd finish that. Like if I bought that in a store, like yeah, I'd finish that.
okay. You want to try green?
Yeah, let's try green.
All right. This I have there is zero English on this whatsoever, and
it smells like licorice. Give it a whiff.
because the others have a little bit of English. Like this one's got nothing.
Like this smells like
That is definitely black licorice.
like I've had enough Jaeger. Like this smells like
That
Jaeger.
is licorice. That is because I made a joke about it being absinthe, but man, it fucking smells like.
Yeah, that's not wormwood or whatever. That's licorice. Mm-hmm. I wonder what.
Definitely that tastes like a fucking Good and Plenty. Like
Yeah. Man, my mom loves Good and Plenty. I do not understand it.
I'd never had one till the other day.
Oh, really?
Because, well, for Jack's birthday, Melissa's parents bought him like this board that had candy bars glued to it. And it was like
a game show kind of thing? Like
Yeah.
Pull as many candy
it's
bars
like,
as you can.
we
5
hope
minutes.
one day you'll get 100, like Michael Scott when he's giving his speech
yeah, we
about
was talking to Ryan's
So
class.
Yeah, so there's a box of Good and Plenty's for some line at the bottom. Like, we took all the candy off and ate all the rest but that. And I was like, oh, what's this? Oh.
There's certainly plenty.
I don't despise black licorice.
Yeah.
But, like, if I'm in the mood for, like, nothing else, like, I'm kind of bored, I could eat black licorice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, I'll never seek it out.
Yeah. My mom loves Good and Plenty and Laud Mulaney Dennis. Like they're
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know. So I have good associations with the candy that I really don't like. You know what I mean? All right, you ready to drink this? I mean, this is very carbonated.
Green
this
licorice.
This is a fizzy boy.
It is. All right.
I don't think I'm gonna like this.
My mouth is kind of puckering up like I'm about to eat a warhead.
All right, let's
Or
do
go
it.
down on my high school girlfriend. Like, all right.
It's like, did you wipe?
Okay. I expected to be hit in the face with black
Me
licorice.
too, because it smells really strong. I can
It
taste it.
Smells much stronger than it actually tastes.
Yeah, for real.
That's not bad. It's a little sweet, you know?
It
I
is a
don't
little
really
sweet.
taste.
It kind of, honestly, what it kind of tastes like to me is it kind of tastes like a Jaeger bomb to me.
Yeah? Okay.
But not as like biting, obviously, not
Yeah.
as licoricey. I don't know if it's the carbonation. Like I don't know if that because Red Bull's lightly carbonated. I don't know if that's what it is. Thanks for the non-alcoholic
Okay. Interesting.
Jaeger bomb.
Interesting. All right. You want to try the one now that we thought maybe would be the best looking one?
Yeah, I think I might have fucked up because those other two were pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the cherry.
This is definitely this is the most brightly colored, like
Cherry.
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 Did you know Cher had a soft drink that was really big in Russia? Cher's E. All right. What's it smell like? What do you? It's kind of like maybe like cherry, kind of.
What is that? I know that smell, but I can't think of what it is. Damn. I've smelled that before. It's an old smell. It's like an old candy smell.
Like an old candy.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you taste it, I bet.
Yeah, maybe.
You ready?
Yeah, let's try it.
Cheers.
That tastes more like what it smells.
It does. It's not bad.
The other two feel like they tricked me. This one didn't trick me so much.
This one's also flat, I think, because it opened up.
This is very true.
I think that's why this one isn't as good as the others.
Okay.
Because it is, it was, I'm sure at some point
point.
carbonated, but then it opened up in the box.
Yeah.
Zeus, good call putting it in a plastic bag because he had all this stuff in a plastic bag. If this had just been like loose in the box or something,
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have delivered it.
Well, see, what I'm going to do with the rest of my sodas is I'm going to do, in America, we call it a graveyard.
You're going to do a graveyard?
But in Russia, it's a gulag. So I'm going to make a gulag.
Do a gulag. Man, I wish I'd have saved some of mine. Gulag, 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 gulag. Yeah.
Oh, God. Nope. All it did was bring out the yeastiness of the clack.
Gotta love that yeast taste of the clack.
Oh, that was unpleasant. That smells like
like a gulag?
fresh yeast to make bread with. Like it's just gonna. Oh,
You want to try this candy?
yeah. Let's try this candy.
Looks like a chocolate with a squirrel on it, and it's
Oh,
called.
I see a wafer underneath there where it cracked open.
Ooh.
This looks pretty good then.
I can't read any of this, but it does have a squirrel holding an acorn, I guess, on it.
Yeah, I guess this is like
It's a nice illustration.
Grimm's fairy tales candy.
Maybe. Wow. It kind of had like a real.
Okay.
It has like once you
like-
got through it, it got some like give to it. Or what do you call
Yeah.
that? Where it's like it took more to bite than I thought it was going to bite. Mm-hmm. Like I thought it was going to be hard, because it was tough to bite. But once I got through that thick chocolate shell,
Yep. Then you get a little bit of like
It gave
crunch from
away.
a wafer, and then some kind of softer chocolate in the middle. It's al dente candy.
yeah, this is good.
It is
I
good.
like this a lot. Fuck yeah, this is great. I wish I knew what it was called. Squirrel candy. Candy for squirrels. Like, the only thing I can read on this label is 1804, a year. Outside of that, it looks like Babe Bikar. That's probably what it is.
That's you're right.
Benoikia. Now we'll go with that. I don't know what.
The Russian Bobby Bonilla. Bobnik Bodigia.
So did you say Budnik?
But no, Zeus, thank you very much. That was all.
Yeah, dude.
That was a learning experience.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
enjoyed that.
That was a nice little journey. Thank you for taking the time to send it to us.
Hell yeah.
And thanks for waiting as long as you did. I know you sent this a long time ago, but with everything that's been going on, I haven't really been rushing. I haven't been bothering Nicole because it's one of those where it's like she's got the key to the P.O. box, and it's like I'm gonna let her check that shit whenever she checks it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to push her to. I honestly just don't want her to get annoyed with us sharing the P.O. box.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to pay for the P.O. box. On her own.
Oh yeah. But that was Soda Jerks.
It's another installment, another successful installment of Soda
Hell
Jerks.
yeah.
Soda Jerks plus squirrel candy equals Aerosmith podcast.
I'll go back to my sweet red wine now.
I'll go back to my Aldi coffee that you brewed for me.
I was taking our traditional uppers and downers.
Yeah, I'm tired today, man. I haven't really and I don't have that Death Wish coffee coursing through my veins right now. So this is probably, I'm going to keep it at a 6 for this whole podcast, likely.
Okay. Keep it out of Drew Rowland. All right.
Or a Josh Nance. Yeah. It depends. I don't. Steven Tyler might fucking liven me up. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know why he didn't try any of this fucking soda. He is chowing down on the on that Chelsea squirrel candy though. He likes
The
it.
candy was the best part. Candy was very, very good.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well,
You remember Strangers with Candy?
hell yeah. God, I fucking love Shakespeare Candy.
It was a good show.
I think there were only 3 seasons.
I think 3.
I had them all
yeah.
on DVD.
You had all of them?
I did.
Wow. I don't think I've seen all the episodes. I wonder if it's streaming somewhere.
Oh, I hope so.
Probably like the Strangers with Candy subscription service.
$9.99 a month.
All right. But you can download them too. You can download them to your device.
Yeah. Well, I know you also had sent me like a reminder for an intro story.
Yeah, I almost hit somebody on a bicycle. So this was last week, and there's an intersection here in town where this is very rare to say because our town is pretty small, but there's a 45 mile per hour intersection. Everybody listening to this, of course, knows where John Purrier and Wayne Sullivan meet.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a 45 mile per hour intersection.
Those are our Gundams.
Yeah. Yeah, or the next time I play Little Fears, my stuffed animal is going to be named Wayne Sullivan. But anyway, like it's one of those intersections where it's like, it's busy. There's like, it's the busiest part of town, like on my side of town, you know, because there's a Walgreens there and a McDonald's and a Dairy Queen and all the things. And there's like
Walmart's like right there.
Yeah. It's always.
The strip club is there as well.
Yes.
So is the game store.
So is the several liquor stores. So is the payday cash loans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it is a place.
Yeah, it is a place where things are happening.
Yes, there are 2 gas stations nearby. Like it's Burger King's kind of close to I mean, it's like.
Can you picture it? Can you picture it?
Got it now? You got it?
One of the gas stations is known for cigarettes. So
yes. So I'm driving along and doing my thing, and I'm halfway through the intersection, and a dude with a backwards hat and like a fixed gear bike and a shirt with the sides cut off just rides
those guys.
Right through the fucking thing. And it's like, holy shit. And it's like, so I slam on the brakes, tires squeal. I am thinking I'm about to kill, like this guy is dead because I'm going the speed limit. And it's like, if I hit him, he's fucking,
dead.
I don't know if if he's not dead, he's not in good shape.
Yeah.
So I fucking stop, like maybe 3 feet from him. He looks at me and
like you did something wrong
and flips me off. And meanwhile, he's going across, like he's still going across the intersection. A fucking semi is coming, fucking blowing his fucking horn, and it's like I should have hit that guy.
Yep. He probably flipped you off because you didn't hit him. He wanted some kind of insurance settlement.
He picked the wrong intersection. He should have knocked it down about 20 miles an hour, I think. But yeah, I hate that shit, man. Where it's just like, man, fuck me, fuck you, asshole. Like, I don't want your death on my fucking head for the rest of my life. Stay in your fucking lane. Wait till that red hand turns into a walking dude. Then ride your fucking bike across the street. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But it was like,
yeah, you should have killed that guy.
Should have fucking killed that guy. Right? I talked to my priest about it, and he was like, you should have killed that guy.
You should have. You would have been fine. Here's a gimme. So here, next time it happens, just go ahead and blow right on through. God let you pay it forward. You're fine.
It's fine. So anyway, I just wanted to share that fucking scary moment because that was a really scary moment and then
it is.
And then it was immediately curtailed by anger. Like it went from being scared to being relieved to being just absolutely pissed off in like just short succession, which is like And then I went home and ate some leftover pizza. Good lunch break.
Shit, I'm going to Oz. Fuck, I would go to Oz if I can kill that guy.
So did you kill anybody this week?
Almost, but no.
No. Okay. So our score's still even. Our score's still 0-0.
Still 0-0. Still tied up. Anyone's game at this point.
We also, I want to thank everybody for being really fucking awesome. Everyone.
Fuck.
I think that we have we're not the biggest podcast out there. We're definitely not the biggest podcast out there, but we have some very supportive listeners, like extremely supportive listeners.
Yep. Oh God, yeah.
I was blown away after we published the special announcement on Saturday. I was blown away by the response. I wasn't expecting people to donate more money to Patreon.
Yeah.
I expected that number to roll back. So it was Saturday was
We had a good day Saturday.
Saturday was a good day, and that was definitely part of it. That was a big part of it because, and the biggest part of it was that you and I got to experience that together because we recorded Piggy Palace wrap up for Patreon that day, and then we recorded that special announcement, and then we hooked up the Super Scope and played Super Scope games. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, it's like, can you believe that our listeners are this fucking supportive?
Yep. No, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, and then we watched Tiger King. I mean, it was just like, this day
we
is
ate bagel
perfect.
bites. We ate pizza while we played Super Scope, then we ate bagel bites and watched Tiger King.
It was a pretty fucking damn good day. Like, I mean, it was like, you nailed it when you said, this feels like this is the closest, like this day is the closest to college, like since college.
Yep.
And you were fucking right, other than the fact that it was just you and me and not like 6 other dudes.
Not Jacob in the back in a chair with a gaming magazine eating fries at McDonald's bag.
Right.
And Miller playing Final Fantasy 11, sneezing because of like animal fur. Josh being asleep somewhere.
Yeah, but it was a comforting feeling where it's like, Josh is around here somewhere sleeping.
He's somewhere. If we need him.
If we can look, we can find him. Yeah.
Link sitting at a table somewhere sharpening a katana.
Yep. So yeah, it was a really good day, and I wanted to, obviously, like, we're gonna get to like the thank yous at the end of this episode, like we normally do for Patreon. Spoilers, it's gonna be a really fucking long list because, like I said, this is not just me like saying this. I really honestly think that we may have the most supportive listeners of a podcast.
Yeah.
It is astounding, and I this is the way I work because I had a lot of guilt in that, in that special episode. Yeah, that was a lot of it. I mean, that was me just trying to absolve myself of guilt. And it's like, as wonderful as this is, it's tinged with a little bit of guilt because I'm like, man, I hope they don't think that's what I was trying to do. Like, people like really started donating a shitload of money. It's like, I was like, man, I don't want them to think that's what that was all about.
No, I better get laid off in 3 weeks.
I'll keep you guys updated. I will keep you guys updated on that. I'm not laid off as of right now. I am working from home, but I will say that it is scary how not busy I was today.
An hour of work, maybe.
That's probably a good. That's probably a good estimate. Yeah.
Man.
Other than that, it was me sitting nearby the computer with all of the alert noises turned all the way up in case I get an email or in case someone messages me.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was very eerily accurate. About an hour worth of work. Yeah.
Damn.
Not good.
I had a fucking bonkers crazy day at work. I had to push recording back an hour because, like, we're supposed to record in 20 minutes and I'm
worse
still
than
at work.
That kid on the bike, pushing my schedule back an hour.
Well, you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. It sounds like a distant guitar riff on Oh man, that's my favorite Aerosmith song right there. That's my
Stay awake just to hear you dreaming.
That's my favorite Steven Tyler Holland song.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia.
And I masturbate to you while on air. Steven Tyler Holland.
Let's see. Okay, guys.
It feels like I'm in a room full of alligators.
My apologies. We're all hopped up on clack right now. We can't help ourselves. Of course, I hear that, which ushers in a segment we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys. Revolution X is an arcade rail shooter game developed and published by Midway in 1994, featuring the rock band Aerosmith. We were not kidding.
Yep.
We were not kidding. There are blacksmiths, there are silversmiths, there are Aerosmiths.
Tape Smiths.
Poop Smiths. We all remember Poop
Man,
Smith.
Poop Smith.
It features gameplay similar to Midway's earlier Terminator 2 Judgment Day. which I remember playing that one at like I don't want to say a 7-Eleven, our equivalent of 7-Eleven we had in my town. In the game, players battle the oppressive New Order Nation regime and their leader, Helga, who have abducted Aerosmith.
Oh, no.
You think you'd want to play as Aerosmith, right?
Yeah. They should be leading the musical uprising.
Yeah. But then everyone probably fight over who gets to play as Joe Perry.
I want to be Steven Tyler. Fine. Then I'm Joe Perry. Well, who are we?
The other ones? We need a ROM hack of Turtles in Time, but instead of the Ninja Turtles, it's 4 members of Aerosmith, and one of them Splinter. Players use
And Liv Tyler's April O'Neil. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
I was just joking, but okay.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Let's get that. Players use she has, I told you, middle school, she has done it for me since middle school. I do not know. I haven't seen her recently. I probably haven't seen her since The Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't seen her
It's
recently.
weird. She's not returning my calls. You do a couple fucking Hobbit movies and all of a sudden you're too good.
I jerked off to her so much I felt like I knew her. You ever done that?
I think everybody knows that feeling. Players use a mounted gun to control on-screen crosshairs and shoot enemies using compact discs. The members of Aerosmith are naturally new scary technology. It probably explodes. The members of Aerosmith are hidden throughout the game's international locales and must be found in order to receive the game's true ending.
Oh, the true ending.
The game was a critical and commercial success and was ported to various consoles as well as DOS computers.
Oh, man, I would love to play this on DOS.
You know what? It might be. It's probably better than the Super Nintendo
Think
port.
so? Okay.
From everything that
Well, Super Nintendo port was, spoilers, pretty bad.
fucking horrible. When you say pretty bad, I hear in my mind, fucking horrible.
It had one redeeming quality.
What was that?
One, the sound.
Kind of.
I feel like being able to clearly understand Steven Tyler was something.
All of the voice stuff in the game was really good.
Yeah.
All of that sounded good, but I do not think that it is fair to say.
The sound effects, no.
The sound effects, awful.
Yeah.
The music, even like the Aerosmith tunes that I recognize, all the music's like muffled. It sounds like I'm listening to an Aerosmith car.
Well,
from
they can't play loudly because it'll give them away. So you got to play muffled. So the regime doesn't know where you are.
I see, that makes sense. There's strategy behind it. All of the Aerosmith songs in the game sounded like I was listening to them from outside of a 1989 Camaro with the windows rolled all the way up. That's kind of how bad the music was. It's like, yeah, I recognize that, but it does sound like it is definitely being played from behind glass, smoked glass.
Yep.
It looks awful.
Oh, God, it looks terrible.
It looks awful. It looks as bad as Street Hockey 95. Like,
yes.
it looks
Yes,
horrible.
yes.
The game looks horrible. It was done by Acclaim. So, I mean, there is that.
And I saw LJN somewhere in the title screen when it was loading. So
Did you really?
Yeah. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more.
Had you ever played this game before?
I feel like I may have seen the arcade version, but I don't think I played any version of it. I saw the arcade. This is like a clone of a clone of a clone. This is the third multiplicity, brother.
This is heavily based on Terminator 2, which Midway had done before, and they were actually in the arcades. They had conversion kits. This was a pretty common thing for arcades, but if you were an arcade operator and you had a Terminator 2 Judgment Day cabinet, you had the option to buy Revolution X, switch out the boards, pop new art on the sides and marquee, and you've essentially got a new game for people to play without having to buy a whole new cabinet.
You got a less fun game for people to play.
I don't know, man. I mean, Terminator 2 was pretty good. I remember having a lot of fun with it. But when this game came out, I played it in the arcade and I fucking loved it.
Yeah?
Okay. Absolutely. But it totally hit at the right time for me because it was like Aerosmith. I mean, yeah, like this is my shit. Like I could not believe it's like someone in marketing did a really fucking good job with that Venn diagram because they're like, you know what? like a lot of 12-year-old boys just saw like Alicia Silverstone and Liv Tyler in the bras, so like probably want to play this game, right? They were right because man, I really wanted to play it because like maybe they're in it.
I bet the good ending is them in their bras again.
I bet they are scissoring the night away if I find all the bandmates. And Daddy Steven's like, yeah.
Yeah.
There. Thank you. I'm glad you're back. He dipped out for a minute, drinking all this rest of this clack. But I liked it. Yeah, I love the arcade game. And up until very, very recently, I thought that I had beat it. But I hadn't because I was thinking of Area 51. Area 51.
I played the shit out of Area 51.
Is the game that I beat.
love Area 51.
I did play Revolution X, but I never beat it because when I got to the end of this game, even in the port version, I was like, this is the moment. It was actually pretty funny because it was like, I mean, to me, it was funny because it's like, I'm an idiot. I got to like the last level and I was like, this is the last level? We haven't even been to Area 51. Oh. All right. Yeah, that was a different game. So that's how good Revolution X was. I got it confused with Area 51.
Because it does have the weird, like, shadowy locations and...
It's a similar type of game.
And and then people in, like, the bright yellow and orange, like, suits. The
Cyraxians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My favorite one of those are called the non-boys. The NON, the new
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the NON boys. My favorite incarnation of them is when they, on the second level, when you're like flying in a helicopter that you stole to get Aerosmith's car. I don't know why you don't just keep the helicopter, maybe. But while in that level, they have a rollerblading SWAT team that like comes out and like shooting at you while they're on rollerblades, and they have riot shields.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Perfect.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
The Lieutenant Dangle SWAT team.
Dude, they should repurpose this game for the Reno 911 on-rails shooter. I would play that. Dude, I would play the shit out of that. Man, I used to watch the fuck out of Reno 911.
Have you seen the new episodes?
No.
The release?
No.
Yeah, I watched 2 right before you got here.
Are they good?
They are. I enjoyed them. Like Jonah Hill was on one that was very good.
I love Jonah Hill, but that's not what's going to sell it for
right.
me. You know,
it felt like I was watching the old show again.
Great. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I need.
Thomas Lennon has not aged a fucking day. It is insane.
Really?
Insane. Like all of them look exactly the same.
I love to hear that. And I didn't know there were new episodes, and I love to hear that because it's like, dude, I remember watching Reno 911 and being like, oh, it's like the cast of The State, and they're in like a new show, and I mean that's pretty much it. Yep. And it's like, man, this is fucking great.
Because as soon as it starts, he's like, oh, hey, you guys, I thought we got canceled. Oh well, come on in.
Nice, that's awesome. Patton Oswalt was always great on that.
Oh my god,
on Reno 911, like the LARPer especially, like that was fantastic. Dude, I'm excited. Now I have something to watch after Tiger King, I guess.
Yeah. Did you watch any more of it?
No, because I wanted Nikki to catch up so we could watch it together. And now we're probably not going to watch it tonight. But like, because we're recording. But I told her like last night, I was like, okay, I'm going to stream, watch 2 episodes of Tiger King so that we can finish this thing out together.
Oh man, it was because I was glad that you were like eating bagel bites and you're like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic. And Rhythm Master Paul Korn had told me about Tiger King, like not on the Revolution X stream, but on the Tecmo Secret of the Stars stream. Yeah. He had mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, okay. All right. That sounds weird as fuck. I'd probably enjoy that. But what it really took was like the whole world, like just being like, this is really fucking good.
Me. Come on,
good.
Watch it.
It's really fucking good. That's usually what it takes for me to watch something. Is like at least a dozen people being like, yeah, you would really like this. You should watch this. It's really great. And it is really great. But shout out for Rhythm Master Paul Korn for being way ahead of that curve.
Because I remember watching, because I've always loved John Oliver. And then so he did a special, like a little vignette over Joe Exotic, like 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he ran for president. So, which So Joe Exotic's campaign manager accepted Melissa's friend request after she watched that episode, and on his Facebook he is selling some of the campaign stuff.
What can he do for TADPOG? Did she ask?
You're right, we should hire him. Melissa was like, let's get some of this and give it away on the show. Let's give away Joe Exotic for president. I was like, yeah, good call. Also, Melissa she originally wanted me to open up on air, but she's like, oh, it might be the wrong thing. Open it now. I was like, okay. So she randomly...
Is that a tiger in that giant crate you have? Steven Tyler, don't put that crowbar down. Stop, there's a tiger.
It's only $3,500 of this live tiger.
That is way too low. That is not enough money. After just watching 2 episodes, and I know people are like, there's a turn. It gets weirder. It gets weirder and weirder and weirder. But even after watching 2 episodes, I'm like, tigers should be way more money than $3 to $3,500.
Yep.
Like way more money. They should be like $100,000 or just not allowed to buy them.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
I don't want Tiger Waco.
Oh my God, it's so good. Because I opened the package and because I saw something come through on the PayPal where Melissa had bought something with the PayPal for like a random name, and I was like, I should probably just bought something for Jack. I didn't think anything about it. So when I opened it up, she bought me that Cool Spot toy that I used to play with all the time as a kid and lost.
That you mentioned on the Cool Spot episode.
Yeah. I was like, how far in the backlog did you go to think about this? This is amazing.
What was her answer to that?
She's like, I listened to your show. I remember stuff.
But that was a long
That's
time
a real
ago.
long time ago, but thank you. This is amazing. So it's up there with the other stuff on in the main area of the Holland deck.
Yeah, I need to see that before I leave. I want to see
I
it.
played with it so much.
Just
so
recently?
much. Oh, yeah. I was making him jump, do flips and shit all over. Throw balls of Sprite, everything in the room.
Yeah. You need to get him a tech deck.
You're right.
While you're quarantined here in the Holland deck, I need at least 20 YouTube videos that you make of Cool Spot riding a tech deck. Please.
I've always thought, like, I feel like everybody in the world has one strong talent. You're good at something.
Pogs.
I'm glad mine isn't tech decks. Like, what if I was just like the world best? Like, that was God was like, here you go.
You had a good couple of years.
You're the best tech deckist.
Yeah. You've been hired for commercials and stuff. Yeah,
Your
you'd have a good couple of
deckery
years.
is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually terrible at Pogs. It was really bad. My mom wouldn't let me play for keeps.
I don't even know if I really played Pogs. Like if
Really? Yeah.
I don't know if I was playing it right. Like a friend and I played it like 1 or 2 times.
You're younger than me. Like it hit for me at like the right time.
Yeah.
Like that was like, this was genetically engineered to make Dave's parents spend money. Because slammers ain't free. And they're actually more expensive. Pogs were way more expensive than they should have been. Yeah. Mr. Pog was a fucking genius.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so that's pretty much Revolution X.
Yep.
Everybody. The game's horrible. We talked about the sound being horrible, except for I agree. The voices are amazing, dude. Like even like from the very beginning. Like you're greeted by "Wake up! The revolution has begun," and it is like, wow, is this a Super Nintendo game? Like, if I hadn't been playing on like original hardware, I would have thought like, was this like enhanced or something? You know, like, is this enhanced? Because like that sounds really good, and I do think that it probably they made a lot of room for it. Because like all of the voice stuff sounds really good. My favorite
tone down the graphics and the music and everything, but like crank up that sound. Like that's where we're putting all our money. That's what people in an Aerosmith game. They want that. They want to be able to hear Steven Tyler talking above all else.
And not only that, all the band members, because at the beginning of each stage, once you get Aerosmith's car, they've got like a TV in the deck of the car, like in the dashboard.
Oh, that's why they wanted you to get their car.
Yeah, right. They have special messages for you there. And at the beginning of each mission, a different member of Aerosmith will tell you what's going on. And they all sound really
Thanks,
good.
Steven Tyler. Thanks, Joe Perry. Thanks.
Others and the rest. All right, here's what I want. I want a new show, Gilligan's Island 2, and it's the members of Aerosmith all on a deserted island. And it's not a reality show. It's scripted, and they all play themselves as characters. So it's kind of like, what was the Ozzy Osbourne show? Meet the Osbournes?
Meet the Osbournes,
It's
yeah.
essentially like that because all that shit was written, right?
Oh, but I did like that show.
I like the first season, okay. But it was novel. I think that's why I liked it.
It very much
Because it was novel. Like I don't think that would hold. I haven't gone back and watched it, but I do not think it holds up.
Probably wouldn't.
But man, my favorite of those, and it's great, man, because like they all sound really great, but like the members of Aerosmith are very bad actors, very bad actors. And my favorite one of those is there's a level where you go to the Amazon to stop Non from putting they're making chemicals, man, and they're doing mind control with these chemicals, man.
And you can't play music or have fun. Fun is outlawed.
Oh, we'll get to that too. I have the full intro. I'd love to do a Tadpog theater if you don't mind.
Hell yes.
But my favorite of those deliveries from the members of Aerosmith is from Joe Perry, and he says, "These guys are maggots. They're putting chemical in our food." All right. They didn't want to do a second take or anything, I guess. Joe Perry was like, "Look, man, this is not."
I meant to say Earl Food. It's fine.
I don't make video games, man. I make fucking music. So
You know my name, probably. I'm Joe Perry.
all right, so here's the story of the game. I'm glad that you mentioned that. If you would indulge me, I'd love to do some Tadpog
Please,
theater.
yes.
You have no choice. You have no voice. The New Order Nation has taken over and everything you like is wrong. All video games, television, magazines, and especially music have been declared illegal and are strictly forbidden. A corrupt neo-industrial governmental militaristic oppressive alliance, the New Order Nation, led by head mistress Helga, is seizing all citizens between ages 13 and 30.
Seizing them.
You are on the way to see Aerosmith. They're playing at Club X, LA's hottest night spot. At the same time, the New Order Nation's evil plan is being launched, and you are stuck in the middle. As one of the last surviving free youth, you must battle New Order forces to get backstage at Club X to meet Aerosmith, where together you will begin the revolution. Remember, music is the weapon. And that's the story of
I can't
Revolution
overthrow
X.
this government without Aerosmith.
Oh man, I hope this is based
So
on
you're a youth. So you're somewhere 13. You're a 13 to 30.
You're a Ute. Sorry, man. I can never pass up on a My Cousin Vinny reference. 2 Utes. Yeah, and I remember like as funny as it is to like read that now, I remember reading it on the arcade game, like on the arcade game screen when I was 13, and I'm like, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people.
Oh, man, this must be like what reading Twilight's like. Shit.
Yeah, I mean they fucking.
It's like I'm there. I gotta
Yeah.
save her. I love Aerosmith.
I love Aerosmith. I gotta save them.
I'm team Joe Perry.
I gotta stop these maggots who are putting chemicals in our food.
Nothing worse than chemical maggots.
Yeah. So, but like as a 38-year-old man, I read it and I'm like, I see why the cutoff was 30. I see why the cutoff was 30. Maybe it should have been 24.
You're a youth, 13 to 47. Okay.
So the Super Nintendo.
We'll have to. Drinks with Joy Webster. Play this game and see if it resonates with you. You still fall in the category of youth.
He's a drinksmith, not an Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I guess an Aerosmith would be some form of weed dealer. An Aerosmith.
Okay.
Sorry, that one.
A vape dealer.
I'll show myself out. I think you and Steven could finish this one out.
All right.
There's a big problem with this game, and it is the gameplay. I think the gameplay is worse than the graphics, which is hard to do. The graphics
You don't love not knowing for a long time if you're ever taking damage or being hurt or inflicting damage or getting anywhere.
I do not like that, Sam. I am.
Man,
I do not like it.
Look at you, bougie princess. You gotta know when you're taking damage whenever you're hurting the boss.
The bosses in this game are frustrating because, like, here's how you control the game with a controller. You would think, and we had read that this game was compatible with the Super Scope, but we were fortunate enough. Usurper Grimm sent us a Super Scope so that when the randomizer chooses, or when we decide to go ahead and do them anyway, Super Scope games, that we would be able to play them and review them. Let me go put that in air quotes. So we had one, and it's like, fuck, let's test this. And it did not work. It is not compatible. The Super Scope is not compatible with Revolution X. But you had read.
I did some digging. Apparently, it's compatible with Acclaim's like competing laser gun, light gun,
which I tried to find. Because I was like, I wonder how much that is, and I wonder if there is any truth to that, you know? Because I was like, okay, we did the research on whether or not a Super Scope would work, but like, we need to figure out if this Acclaim light gun worked. Could not find it. Could not find any mention of it whatsoever. So,
you did find something that was compatible with it, though.
The SNES mouse.
Yeah.
The SNES mouse does work with the game, which you would think would be good, right? Because we haven't said this yet, but because you can't use a light gun with it, or the Super Scope with it, at least, you control what you shoot by the D-pad on the Super Nintendo controller. You move a targeting reticule around the screen. And you move that reticle over something you want to shoot, you press the B button, and you might kill it. The problem with that is...
Count to 4, then it's probably dead.
Right, yeah, exactly. You have to, like, shoot a lot of bullets into a dude.
While 3 other guys are shooting at you and you're dying, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Now, you see the animation of them shooting.
Everywhere, constantly. So you don't know, like, am I being hit? Is something happening? I don't know. Oh, I'm dead.
There's one way to tell, and that is to, like, watch your life bar just slowly drain.
But it's like, it's not even super visible.
No, the life bar is not super visible at all. It's like tucked away in the corner.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Like when I first started playing the game.
I know how many CDs I have left, clearly. It's right there, but my life bar, I don't know.
Yeah, you got like 700 goddamn CDs. They fucking load you up with CDs, which is good because it's like...
What's your mutant name? Columbia House.
Well, that's their headquarters, clearly. Your mutant name is Penny. Yes, you're from Inspector Gadget, and you can buy any CD you want with your body. That's all it costs. You can play this game with the Super Nintendo mouse to move the cursor around, which sounds great. It sounds like it would be much easier than the using the D-pad. But the problem is the shoot button pauses the game. So it'll shoot, but also pause the game. So in order to play it with the mouse, you have to just hold down the fire button the entire time, which honestly is how I played it anyway on the controller. But still, it's like every now and then, like if you would like lift your finger up to take a break and put it back down, you paused it. And then you're in this weird loop where it's like, you know, when you're walking down the hallway and someone else is coming the same way and like you move to the left and they move the same direction, like that's what playing this game with the SNES mouse is like.
You laugh for a second, somebody might say like, shall we dance? Or got us meeting this way.
Exactly.
You chuckle,
it's cute at first, but imagine that goes on for like an hour. That's kind of what playing this game with the SNES mouse is like. It's awful. The gameplay is awful. There are power-ups that you can get. Even though there's like a little cutscene with Helga in front of we definitely need to talk about Helga. Let's put a pin in that. There's a little cutscene with Helga standing in front of like a school, like an elementary school blackboard.
Sunglasses at night, Debbie Mazar, Helga.
Right, yeah. She's in front of like a blackboard that says no shooting power-ups, no destroying bridges, no tattoos. It's like one of those is actually like really good advice. Like, I don't think anyone should destroy a bridge.
Yep.
What? Why? Why is that on the board? There's not even a bridge in the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd understand if it was like the last level is on a bridge and you destroy it and then the new order is destroyed. No, it's just don't destroy bridges.
Don't we like architecture around here? All right.
We hate Madison County.
We have no music or television. We have bridges. Okay.
Bridges, that's it. Yeah, that's their form of entertainment. Throwing rotten fruit off a bridge, passing ships. Helga. Hot or not?
Like, I feel like she's supposed to be.
She's supposed to be hot.
But yeah, she doesn't, like, they kind of lose it like halfway through where it's just like, just finish it up. It's fine. She looks more like a smattering of just black on an outline of a woman. It's not hot.
Do you know who played her?
Who?
Carrie Hoskins. Do you know who that is?
No.
I didn't either. This is information courtesy of Sandwich Pope Phil, but I confirmed it. Carrie Hoskins is Bob Hoskins' daughter. No, just kidding. It's Sonya Blade.
Oh, okay.
Might also be Bob Hoskins' daughter. I don't know. I didn't look
Mortal
that
Kombat 1, Sonya Blade.
Mortal Kombat 1,
Oh,
Sonya Blade,
okay.
as far as I know.
Okay.
Which I saw a recent photograph of her. Looks better.
Yeah, okay.
She's taking good care of
Well,
herself.
she killed Kano, so yeah.
Right? Yeah. Rescued Jax. Wait, I think it was the other way around. Yeah, that year of torture in the other realm.
Well, good for her.
Yeah,
Kinda,
did good.
Close,
Did good.
Close to proportion.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I don't know, you go into different levels. The bosses, like the helicopter that you're not really sure. You have to look for sparks on stuff to see if you're doing any damage.
All the fucking bosses. All the fucking bosses is like a hunt and peck. Like, I know you didn't play a lot of Final Fantasy IX, did you?
No, I have not played any Final Fantasy.
Okay, there's a mini game in that where you take a chocobo and you play hot or cold with it. And it's like you'll peck at the ground and then it'll tell you like hot or cold. And then it's like you keep pecking to find the hidden treasure. Like there's buried treasure, right?
I think I'd rather play Look the Other Way with Great Guy in Mario RPG.
All right, look, it's a lot of fun because
1, 2, 3, look away. Nope, look the same way as pointed. You lose.
they play the flamenco version of the chocobo theme, so it's fine.
Okay.
it's fine. But the boss battles in this game kind of reminded me of a way less fun version of that. Because it is essentially shoot all the things on the boss, try to find the pixel that sparks when you shoot it, and then hammer that spot while the boss moves around.
Yep.
And that boss has like 5 or 6 of those spots that you got to take out. It's horrible. Yeah. It is horrible. It is a horrible game.
Because watching you try to do that with the school bus boss.
Yes, the Middle
Where
East.
you fight a Mad Max style school bus, like desert bus style, like, yeah, that was that did not look fun at all.
Do you mean the bus that you fight right after going through the guitar mines that the babes are working at?
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on? Are they digging guitars up in the desert?
No, these were all. Are they burying them? Just I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure they were destroying the guitars, but then that like also brings up a really good question because that level is in the Middle East. So like, did they take all the guitars and like ship them to the Middle East to have women destroy them with
How do you
sledgehammers?
destroy these artifact guitars? The land of Christ, covered in heat and sand that gets everywhere.
Oh, I hate the sand.
I hate it.
I also want to mention that, like, look, I am not like an expert at all on like geography or history or like any of that stuff. Aerosmith. But at one point when you're fighting the bus, I'm almost positive that you pass the Sphinx in the background, and I'm pretty sure
It's a pretty long trek. You're fighting that boss. that bus.
that bus goes a long fucking way. But I mean, there is some kind of like weird internal logic to that because that New Order Nation tank follows you like from across like the ocean because it's like this fucking tank shows up in like 3 levels and it's like first it's in LA, then it's in the Amazon, then it's in the Middle East. Are they shipping this thing around? Did they build big bridges from continent to continent, and that's why you're not
intercontinental bridges?
That's why you don't shoot the bridges.
Yeah. Took it through the channel, the Atlantic channel they built.
The bridge to Hawaii. Yeah, the game's real bad. It's real bad. That bus fight, man, that boss fight is horrible because it's like there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots on the bus that you have to destroy. And it's like a school bus that's been repurposed. And by that, I mean they've put a thing on the side that says Teen Relocation Center. And then they put cannons
those do
on it.
exist and they're terrible. But
We're going to pray the fun away. But they mounted cannons on it. And man, I swear, dude, I had to do this fucking boss fight over and over and over again because there is like one like gray rectangle that you just have to destroy.
Paul Gordon made me laugh pretty hard at Twitch.
Yes.
It's like it's a load-bearing gray rectangle.
Right.
You have to destroy it.
Yes. Yeah, the quality joke. And very true, because once you shoot that thing, the fucker just blows right up. It's a bad game. It's a bad game.
Yep.
The original game, the arcade version, could you believe that it was not originally developed to be an Aerosmith game?
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you guess what property it might have been made for? It was made for a property. That makes more sense to be shooting things.
Queen.
Yes. It was. I'm sorry. Actually, it was Kiss.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I was looking for
you're
Kiss.
Right, Kiss.
And then they passed, and then they were like, Guns N' Roses?
And Axel was in, but Slash said no. So
It was originally to be a Jurassic Park game. Which explains the helicopters to me. Like, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
And still, in some weird way, Steven Tyler.
Yeah, and the bridges.
Steven Tyler was the spitter in their first Jurassic Park. He furls out his lips, and then his Nedry's like, shit.
Now I need someone. That's what we need. We need that clip. As soon as the spitter unfurls his fins. Yeah. So they couldn't do Jurassic Park because Sega had acquired their rights to do that. So they were like, Aerosmith? And everyone was like, yep.
Wait, what would the kids love?
I know, man. I would love anything to be like in that boardroom.
I don't know. Just grab one of these modern day encyclopedias. Hit the A's. What's in there? Aerosmith and Area 51. Okay, let's do it.
We have to do it.
Aardvarks? No, that's nothing.
Encyclopedia Britannica exists. Have I said this is a bad game? It's pretty bad. We can go through the whole levels if you want, but I don't think we should.
I do want to talk about the final boss, though.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about some of the other enemies in the game too, because there are some really good ones that honestly are kind of better than the rollerblading SWAT team. But yeah, let's talk about the boss.
The final boss?
The final boss.
So it was supposed to be Helga, maybe?
It is Helga.
It's Helga, but Helga looks like a anthropomorphic dinosaur in a wheelchair that shoots missiles and she spits at you.
Yeah. It's like if cousin Cody from Step by Step and Daddy Sinclair from Dinosaurs had like a teleporter mishap and kind of got like merged together.
And they get in Professor X's wheelchair.
Yeah, totally. Professor X's wheelchair. In the arcade version, you fight Helga in her Sonya Blade form, and you shoot her enough, and she like...
Do her clothes fall off?
Nah, her clothes don't fall off. I know. We all wish it did, but it's not chiller.
There's a weird allegory to the final boss as you shoot the final boss that you expose his underwear.
You shoot his fucking pants off.
And his bones.
And his bones.
He's got King Arthur style boxers on, and then bones.
And then like in the arcade game, it's even more graphic. Can you imagine that? Like you shoot his head, and it's like you expose his skull. It's honestly like, I mean, if you're into like Super Nintendo gore, this is pretty up there. I think this battle is more gory than anything in Mortal Kombat.
As much as we mocked the game, I'm with Phil, where it's like the death animation for the final boss is pretty fucking funny.
Now, what is the death animation?
The boss starts to like vibrate and drive around, vibrates so hard the flesh flies off of their body and they explode, and it's just a 5-minute rain of blood and chunks of flesh.
But it's like, weirdly, like that's not the disturbing part. The disturbing part is when you like shoot one of the weak points that like expose sparks is his arms, and you shoot his arms until you see the bone, and it's like this is weird,
This is
man.
weird.
This is weird.
Shoot his crotch until it's underwear and bones and blood.
Until his pants fly off. Yeah, it's
I want to see a gory dino dick. Don't just show me heart boxers. Fuck you, Acclaim.
Cowards. Show me dino dick, you cowards. It's real bad. It's real bad. But in the arcade version, yeah, you shoot Helga until she turns into that. In the Super Nintendo version, Helga just like shows up and then like flies off screen, and then it's him essentially. Yeah.
That was a V-style lizard alien the whole time.
You go to the Amazon at some point. We kind of talked about that. The maggots are putting chemicals in the food.
The most powerful weapon in the game, the spears.
Oh my
spears
God,
do way more damage
dude.
than guns do against
Crazy
you.
more damage, and it's like, sure, you can shoot them out of the air in theory, but it's like in practicality, it's like it's not possible to do. And they do hit you, and it's like, yeah, it takes a huge chunk of damage. There are other enemies similar to that like do a hammer throw of like these tribal looking axes. Those are really nasty too. Those do a lot of damage. But the boss of this level, and before you get to the boss, you fight fucking like if Einstein had 60 clones and they all started a ska band, you fight all of them because they just jump around the screen like in fucking hazmat suits shooting at you. And then you fight a giant green skull in the chemical pool that for whatever reason shoots neon green eyeballs at you.
Yeah. It's like that's its eggs. If it were a bird, what is a skull's eggs if not eyeballs?
Not eyeballs. That is true. I remember that verse in the Bible. If I were a betting man, I would bet that was originally designed as the Steven Tyler spitter encounter.
Probably right.
In the original Jurassic Park game, because it totally moves around the screen and spits eyes at you. So, and then after that, you go to the Pacific Rim, where you fight knockoff Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that throw ninja stars at you, kind of similar to how the natives throw spears at you in the Amazon. The indigenous people there, the indigenous people of Pacific Rim are Hulk Hogan Power Rangers, and they throw ninja stars that deal pretty much no damage. You just get hit by ninja stars all fucking day, and it's like whatever, no big deal. But man, God,
we saw that South Park. We know how much it hurts.
Poor Butters. And then there's the last level right before you fight Dino Daddy Dick, Sinclair, and Professor X's wheelchair, where you have to blow up a giant wall of TVs and speakers. Aerosmith tells you to tear down that wall, and all
right, you got the TV Gorbachev wall. Okay,
yep. And then, because this game's political, don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget that this game's political?
Damn, I mean, what is Aerosmith if not a hotbed of political commentary?
Yeah. I mean, until Green Day came along.
Pink? I mean, you know what that is. It's Gorbachev's birthmark.
And then...
Pink is the sign of my oppression.
It's true. I mean, look it up. Look it up. It's true. Read between the lines, man.
Come on, motherfucker. Come on, sheeple.
Wake up. Yeah, so that's pretty much the game.
Do you have any achievements?
I have a bunch of achievements that came in on Twitch chat.
Hell yeah.
I've got the first achievement I've got comes in from Cthusiast Jeff is Super Fucking Sentai. And in order to unlock Super Fucking Sentai, beat the Brad Whitford. That's an Aerosmithian. That's an Aerosmith.
Oh, I thought they were making a West Wing joke for Bradley Whitford.
Oh, is Bradley Whitford a character of West Wing?
Oh, he's in a lot of shit. Bradley Whitford's amazing. He's a great actor.
He's an actor. He's not a character?
Not a character. He's
what
an
else
actor.
is he in?
Handmaid's Tale.
So,
but I know him primarily from West Wing.
So much like Aerosmith, he is very political.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, West Wing and Handmaid's Tale. Absolutely.
Yeah. Must be the same guy.
If Aerosmith were embodied into one actor, it would be Bradley Whitford.
But this is Brad Whitford.
Oh, yeah, totally different.
Totally different guy.
Totally different.
Just like there are more than one David Moores in the world, there are more than one. There are more than one Bradley Whitfords. You beat the Brad in order to unlock Super Fucking Sentai. You beat the Brad Whitford level and destroy the apparent Sentai party that appears to be going on. And you must play the Green Ranger theme at least once.
Yeah. Go, Brad Whitford. Go.
Now what we need is Brad Whitford is probably their drummer. I don't know. I don't fucking know what he
Sounds
plays.
like a drummer name.
That sounds like a drummer name. Brad? That's like on Home Improvement, Brad played the drums, right?
Oh, probably. I'm sure Brad did at one point play the drums.
So what we need footage of Brad wailing on the drums while meanwhile the Green Ranger's trumpet sound is playing. The next achievement I've got comes in from Master Mold Mike, and that is Desert Bus. Master Mold Mike of...
Man, I don't know why it just came to my mind, the way you brought that up, the way that one meme is. Meanwhile, look at the Green Ranger having a helmet, playing a flute that sounds like a horn.
Right?
That's like take that into a show and that's Tiger King. That level of ridiculousness.
Yeah. Tiger King energy. Master Mold Mike of Flopsy fame, his achievement is Desert Bus. In order to unlock Desert Bus, spend more time on trying to blow up the bus than they do driving one on Penn and Teller's charity stream.
Oh, God. Because there's also that weird option to speed up or slow down the bus, the two little buttons you can shoot.
Like they're VCR controls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to shoot them. You can't
Now it feels like we're playing an improv game and I'm just making shit up and you're yes-anding me.
What we're trying to say is this is the Cards Against Humanity video game, pretty much is what it is. But it's not fun.
There are no midget shitting in buckets.
No. There are no motherfucking sorcerers either. Next achievement I got comes in from Just a Punk, and I had to include this right after Desert Bus. This achievement is Rosa Parks. In order to unlock Rosa Parks, you need to be defeated by the bus, but also win at civil rights. Next achievement I have comes from Doc, and it is Living on the Edge. That's an Aerosmith song.
That's pretty good.
In order to unlock Living on the Edge, you need to defeat a boss while only having one hit point left yourself.
All right. Well,
that was really good. And Living on the Edge was that was one of my favorite Aerosmith songs at the time. That and Eat the Rich. But they were probably pretty fucking rich when they wrote that
And they
song.
do, don't you go on an elevator for a split second just so they can play that?
Love in an Elevator.
Yeah.
And that is honestly, I think that is actually a saving grace of the game. Yeah. It is one of those where it's like, okay, a little thought went into this. You know what I mean? It's a Muzak version of Love in an Elevator. Next achievement comes in from Ben H, and that is hashtag Stay the F Home. In order to unlock hashtag Stay the F Home, don't pick a location. Instead, turn the game off.
Can't spare Corona. Turn it off.
Yes. Next achievement we've got comes in from Bovine Bear Matt, and that is Dream On. In order to unlock Dream On, you need to fall asleep while playing Revolution X. You see why I'm reading so many of these. They were really fucking good. Next achievement I got comes from Edgelord Kyle, and that is Napster is the weapon. In order to unlock Napster is the weapon, don't pick up any CDs during the game. And the last achievement I have came in from Bubba Drewski, and that is Submit. In order to unlock Submit, become a sub to the obviously dominatrix Helga from the poster. So there we go. That's all the achievements I got. Tyler, do you have any achievements?
I've got Kimmy Schmidt. And you unlock Kimmy Schmidt by having 2,000 CDs. Because in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, she is still very much her and Titus love Columbia House and have all sorts of CDs and tapes.
We didn't talk about the difficulty. What do you think we need to talk about for just a minute?
Oh, my God.
Just a minute. This game has 3 difficulty modes. Outrageous, super cool, and impossible. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming impossible is the hardest difficulty.
Yep.
And
Or is it
then-
something weird like, oh, it's impossible to have fun. It's so easy.
It's impossible to have fun. Hard stop. What we found through experimentation, just like Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone experimented in the crazy video, we found that super cool is medium difficulty and outrageous is the easy mode. It seems like those are flipped, but
Yep.
who knows?
I totally agree.
That's a case of trying too hard, getting in the way
Yep.
of.
Yep.
It's like it's form getting in the way of function.
Yep.
Essentially, is what's happening there. But sorry, I know we were wrapping it up, but I had to fucking say that. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have a question for you. If you were to buy this game loose, how much do you think you pay for it on average? Again, we're talking about Revolution X for the Super Nintendo.
Buying this game like Steven Tyler's lips. Loose.
He does not have lips that grip. It is true.
$350.
Tyler, actual retail value of Revolution X loose on average, according to pricecharting.com, at the time of this recording is $5.36.
Yeah, it would be low.
Is it worth
It
it?
would be low. No, it's not.
Yeah,
Unless you're a collector.
I agree. It's not worth it, but it is pretty cheap. That is pretty cheap.
cheap.
And I can say
It's pretty bad.
it is a very bad game, but I will say that I played this game for like a little over 3 hours on Twitch, and in that last hour, it felt like a Stockholm Syndrome game where it was like, this isn't that bad. But the reason I felt that is because at that point I had memorized where to hit the bosses. I had memorized like where a few power-up locations were to it got to the point where it's
Any
like,
of the members of Aerosmith.
no. And Master Mold Mike, while I was playing, looked up a guide on how to find every member of Aerosmith and get the true ending. And it is ridiculous. Like when you're in like Club X, you have to shoot like 2 of the Marlins on the wall and then a mirror, like in that order. You have to do it in a specific order. You can't just hit them.
That's fucking dumb.
And like all of them have these like really fucking like who would do that? Who would figure
Yeah.
this out kind of shit to get the true ending.
All right, so like some Sierra point-and-click adventure game shit.
Yep,
Yeah, like-
yep, absolutely. So I didn't get the true ending. I got the ending where everything still worked out and Aerosmith came out and played.
Yeah.
So
Like at the end, you get to like go to the concert.
right, and it's like I didn't need to find them. They did fine. So I don't know what the true ending is. Maybe they're like, "Hey, thanks.
Cool, man.
You really
Thanks.
saved us. We appreciate it."
Why don't you fuck my daughter?
Right? I'm tired of doing it. You
I'm
do it.
letting everybody do it. It's fine.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have another question for you. If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be and why?
I would give it the beard of one of the aliens from Area 51 that you have blown the fuck up. So it's a bloody, disconnected jawbone.
Ah.
It's bad. It's bad.
See, I was also thinking of bloody beard, but I went a different direction with
Yeah.
it. I was thinking it's the bloody beard that you have after eating the rich.
Oh.
Because it's just all over. You eat so many of the rich. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give this the glasses, the lens that everyone is looking up in Armageddon at Bruce Willis, thinking he's going to die on that meteor as they drill into it to blow it up.
Is that a good movie?
I don't remember it being a great movie. I remember I liked Deep Impact more than I liked Armageddon.
Those came out like
Very close.
real close,
Very
to one another.
close.
I didn't see either of them.
You be Bruce Willis or Tay Leone, I'm going Tay Leone. So,
Oh yeah, Tay Leone's in the
Morgan
other
Freeman and Tay Leone in Deep Impact, yeah.
one? Oh, okay. Was Morgan Freeman the president in that one?
Yes.
Okay.
First movie I cried during.
Really?
Yep. There is a scene in Deep Impact where a dad, he's not going to make it. They're going to have to have their ship to blow up the meteor that's going to crash down, but he gets to say goodbye to his family, and he's saying goodbye to his 3-year-old daughter. I remember I was in 8th grade and cried in the theater when I saw it.
Wow.
Yep.
Were you scared of meteors after that?
No,
Like, just a little
I was
bit?
scared of losing my little girl.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Back up. I haven't heard about the little girl you had.
I was scared. Yeah, I was scared of dying in space while my family watched. Never gonna make sure that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I get it. I had that fear too when I was in 8th grade, and I think we all go through it. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have some more questions for
Hell
you
yeah.
if you'll indulge me.
Please.
Maybe before we do these questions, should we wrap up? Should we wrap up Revolution X? Do you recommend it?
No.
Yeah, okay,
No.
great. We're good to go.
Should it be on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games? No.
Should it be on IGN's bottom 100 Super Nintendo games?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely it should. I think that, okay, so here's kind of how I feel about it. Because I think whenever I play a game that is like super bad, I want to compare it to a few games. Street Hockey 95, of course, because it is the worst Super Nintendo game that I've ever played. Revolution X is not as bad as that.
No.
And I also think that Revolution X is better than Home Improvement.
Yes.
I think that Revolution X is better than Cool World.
Yes.
I think that Revolution X is better than Bebe's Kids.
Yeah, it's playable.
Okay, so I thought that's where we were going to have the divide. I thought
No.
you were going to be,
No.
but it's still in that range. I feel like.
Yep.
Do you want to know where Pat Contry, how many stars Pat Contry gave it?
Let me know.
And the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998, by Pat Contry.
Lay it on me.
And I want it before I do this. You know how we've talked in the past where it's like several people worked on this book.
Yep.
Right? And at the end of each review,
Says who did it.
there are initials. I want to tell you that at the end of this review is a PC.
Oh, shit. Oh, so it's Pat Contry himself.
Presumably.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Dude.
I know. Burn the book. Burn the book. Burn the book.
Man, so I think he's playing by like NES standards. Like on the NES, I guess it's been okay. Like if the NES could have done what it did.
I haven't read this part yet, and I want to know why.
Yep.
Like I'm hoping like there's some like insight as to why it's 3 stars.
You could rescue Alicia Silverstone's titties in one level.
Okay.
3 stars.
That's fine. Even Super Nintendo versions. That's fine.
It's very rare when I say titties.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I don't like the word.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. You also don't like the game.
Yeah.
You're in a mindset right now.
Game's titties.
Yeah. Here is from the book. Revolution X was a popular arcade game that I sunk plenty of quarters into during Jersey Shore summers in the 90s. Even if you're not the biggest fan of Aerosmith, it provides highly polished and frenetic light gun fun, much in the same vein as Terminator 2, the arcade game. Also developed by Midway. Yeah, but this is all the arcade.
Yep.
It even offered an arcade conversion kit for Terminator 2. One of my favorite sections, sadly omitted from the SNES port, is where you fire a single shot at a cat walking on top of a fence for bonus points. It meows if hit and accelerates in the opposite direction until it gets away. If you recognize the actress playing Helga, the head of Non, it is Carrie Hoskins, who also portrayed Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat 3. Sorry, I was wrong when I said Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 3. She pulled double duty here by also portraying the bikini hostages.
Huh. Okay.
This does not explain to me why it is worthy of 3 stars.
So it's basically saying I have nostalgia for the arcade game.
Yeah. He does say a highlight is definitely the audio, as the sound effects, nope. Audio vocals, sure. And sample Aerosmith music tracks, nope, are impressive. No. He calls it a competent port.
Nope. No Pat Contry.
No. Nope. Disagree. Hard disagree.
Yep.
I think that review is based purely on nostalgia for the arcade game.
Absolutely.
All right. Now that's done.
How much you pay for your gold cartridge?
We need to know. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have more questions.
Mm-hmm.
These come in from our very own Prime Inquisitor, Ross Rachel Green,
Hell yes.
from across the pond. Are you ready to begin?
Very much.
This quiz is entitled Isolation. Fuck me, I am bored. So very bored. I never used to go out and explore much, but now I can't. It's all I want to do. I'm looking forward to all this virus shit blowing over or killing so many people we have to start living underground. At least it will get me out of the house. On the plus side, I have watched a shitload of movies and I have finally started to play Final Fantasy VI.
Hell yeah.
I am level 10 and just turned up at South Figaro. So he's seen a great scene where a soldier is commanded to wipe sand from a general's boot. How good is the auto crossbow? pretty fucking good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I mean, it's very usable until you get the chainsaw.
It's no Bioblaster. Bioblaster's really good. I think Bioblaster's underutilized. But Auto Crossbow is like good throughout the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Bioblaster is one of those where it's like, it'll just straight up murder certain enemies. Anyway, here's some questions I wrote while trying to decide how much longer I can stand this shit. Tyler, are you ready to begin the questioning?
Oh, I am.
First question. This military action simulation is the sequel to a game that took place in a desert.
Jungle
Strike. That was a recent one, probably like episode 530.
Jungle Strike was? Jungle Strike we did early. It's a Desert Strike we did recently.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because Jungle Strike was the one that was on IGN's Top 100. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what
It's
episode
like
it was.
episode 40.
All right, logging it in. 40, Jungle Strike. 36, Jungle Strike. Very close. Thank you for saving that question.
Yeah.
Next question. This game, based on a movie, used shells as currency.
Demolition Man? We haven't done
But
Demolition
we haven't done Demolition Man. And the 3 seashells is like a poop thing,
Yeah.
but not a currency thing.
Oh, 3 seashells is currency.
Not 3 seashells, just shells as currency.
Shells as currency.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's based on a movie and used shells as currency. Is it like a caveman thing where they use shells? You know what I mean? Like
Encino Man.
Joe and Mac. That was a good movie. Joe and Mac too.
Joe and Mac.
I'd watch the fuck out of a Joe and Mac movie.
Yeah.
I really
fuck
would.
Yeah.
Especially if Trauma did it.
Joe and Mac.
I would love it.
Based off a movie with shells as currency. 3 ninjas kick back. How many
puka shell necklaces can you sell though?
is it like Alien 3? How many? Because we're starting pretty early with like 36. So what are other top 100 SNES games based off of movies?
Maybe it takes a big jump and it's not on IGN's list.
Yeah.
There's also that, I guess. You don't use shells in Beetlejuice.
Nope.
Don't use shells in Back to the Future, I don't think.
Nope.
That was a long time ago we talked about Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh my God. The NES one?
Yeah.
Oof. Fuck. I have no clue.
Me neither. Joe and Mac 2, locking it in.
Joe and Mac 2.
It is, oh, God damn it. Episode 79, Jaws.
Oh. I guess I didn't really think of that as currency, but sure.
Me neither. But you do use the
Yeah.
shells that you collect to upgrade your boat. So yeah, that was a very well worded
Tricksy.
question. Yeah, it's a tricksy question. I feel so bad about it because I love that game. Jaws for the NES is a fucking treasure, y'all. You
Terran's
need
first
to play
appearance.
it. So much better than Revolution X. I think everybody can agree, except for maybe Pat Contry. Next question. This seemingly simple game about being at work has many multiple paths, endings, and secrets which are still being found.
That's the one Nicole wanted to play so badly. Stanley
Parable?
Yeah, Stanley Parable.
All right, let's lock that in. What episode number do you think that was?
145.
115, the Stanley Parable. You got the important part. Next question. This game describes the conflict between pre-Columbian Americans and Europeans, but this time in space. Dune?
FTL?
I don't think FTL is very simple, where it's like you're just running from the rebels, right?
Inca.
Inca. Yeah, wow.
Yep.
What was do you remember the full
That
title of that
garbage
game?
fucking heap of a game.
Yeah, it was a really bad game.
Holy shit.
It was a very bad game.
Holy shit, that was bad.
What episode number do you think Inca was? Good pool, by the way, dude.
134.
137.
Ah.
Inca. Wow, you're on fire tonight. Must have been that clack. All that clack you
It's
drank.
that gulag.
Yeah, yeah. Next question. This game has little in common with its namesake and was called Panel de Pon in Japan.
Man, I don't know.
That sounds really familiar. Panel de Pon. It's like, fuck. That's annoying me because that Panel de Pon sounds really familiar, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Little in common with its title.
Yeah. This game has little in common with its namesake. So kind of what I'm thinking is like, I mean, Kirby's Avalanche and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, those are like Puyo Puyo. But Panel de Pon, man.
Bubble Bobble.
Puzzle Bobble, potentially. But yeah, we'll go with that. You want to go with that?
Bubble Bobble? Yeah.
All right. Bubble Bobble, or not Bubble Bobble.
No Bubble.
Puzzle Bobble. Or
Puzzle
no. Shit.
Wario's Woods.
Fuck, it might be Wario's Woods. I feel better about Wario's Woods.
Okay, Wario's Woods. Penalty bomb.
Plugging
Wario's
in,
Woods.
Wario's Woods. We knew it was a puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was a puzzle game. 138, Tetris Attack. Next question. This game sees a juvenile enemy save you from their mother at the climax of the game.
Juvenile animal save you.
Enemy. Juvenile enemy.
Save you from its mother.
At the climax of the game.
Joe and Matt.
Alien 3?
Alien 3.
I don't think that
Why not?
happens. But I don't think that happens. But the mother being the queen, right?
Metroid?
Newt, she's not an enemy. Newt's just a girl. The little girl needs help. What did you say? I'm sorry.
The Metroid and
Super Metroid.
Super Metroid, but it's not like Mother Brain's not her mother.
But I like the way you're thinking, and that is a baby Metroid,
Yeah.
right? Let's do that. Super Metroid.
Metroid?
We're not gonna get better than that. Super Metroid, locking it in. It is 172 Super Metroid.
Shit.
Man, you know what this means? More gulag.
Yeah.
Gulag before every quiz, because you are killing it. Next question. This is a management sim for a particular type of entertainment venue. We haven't done Honey Pop 2, Cam Studio. I think that's the full title. A management sim for a particular type of entertainment venue. What kind of entertainment venues
We've
are
done a wrestling manager. We've done
there? Oh, must have been all those football
Wall
manager
Street
games.
Kid, football manager.
But Wall Street Kid, I like that, but what's the entertainment venue?
What have we done where it's a management game?
I mean, Papers, Please, but it's not Papers, Please.
That's very entertaining.
The Arstokian venue of fun.
No tattoos.
No destroying bridges. I mean, it is probably Revolution X, now that we think of it. Club X. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun indie game to do. Club X Management Simulator, where the game ends where Aerosmith gets kidnapped.
You put Joe Perry behind this glass that's only accessible by these two Marlins.
Yeah, they're putting chemicals in the food.
A management game, like what? Read to me again.
This is a management sim for a particular type of entertainment venue.
But to say, could it be something like Harvest Moon?
I was wondering about Harvest Moon, but what's the entertainment venue?
Farm.
Oh shit! I forgot how fun those are. You can go to Pumpkin Patch.
That part of Alan Wake where you're getting the Norse
The Viking band. Yeah. This is the worst. I don't know.
I have no clue.
Harvest Moon, locking it in.
Harvest Moon.
It is 197. Taryn was on this episode as well, or should have
The
been.
Manhattan Project?
Or should have been. I think actually Nicole was on it and Taryn was not. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, I totally forgot we did that.
That was a Nicole episode,
Totally
right?
forgot it was. It's
Yeah.
one of her favorite games.
Next episode, this game. Next question. Fuck, I need to go to bed. Next question. This game was the first of its series to step away from an isometric view and into a 3D world. The unreleased version of the game was codenamed Van Buren. Was that Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Was it? Does Van Buren ring any bells other than the Van Buren boys?
Nope.
That's
But
all.
that
it
sounds
does for
pretty
me.
good, though.
Fallout 3, locking it in. What episode number do you think?
201.
259. Fallout 3. Next question. Somewhere Drinksmith Joey Webster's proud of us. Next question. This game is a reskin of the escort quest game Sleepwalker. That is Eek the Cat.
Oh, my God. Good job.
I'm almost 100%
All right.
positive.
Go for it.
Eek the Cat, episode number 303.
Yep.
Sure. Locking it in. It is 276. Eek the Cat. There's also another clone of Sleepwalker called Rocco's Modern Life. I don't know what the actual name of the game is, but Spunky is essentially
Yep.
Eek.
I
It's
hate that kind of games.
Yeah, they're pretty
I
bad.
fucking hate them.
Next question. This game features three brothers. Shall I stop there? You mentioned this earlier where we thought maybe the currency was shells.
I don't remember what I said.
This game features three brothers, Ricky,
Three Ninjas.
Colt, and Tum Tum.
Three Ninjas Kick Back.
Three Ninjas Kick Back, our most watched video on YouTube by a wide margin. Also, our least liked video on YouTube. What episode number do you think that might be?
395.
292.
292.
Three Ninjas Kick Back. We got the important part. And one last thing, just for funsies, are you going to be dropped in an isolated cabin with no internet or phone service for 1 month? No, we're not going to be. We're not going to be dropped. Oh, that's not the question. You are given a choice of entertainment. Your favorite console and 3 games picked out by the randomizer, or your least favorite console and 3 games of your choice. He says, I would probably go with my least favorite console because I am sure I can pick 3 sort of good games from all the shit. Yeah, I think that's a smart move.
Yep, I agree.
That's a smart move because, I mean, it's like, yeah, what if you get Street Hockey 95, Bebe's Kids, and Revolution X?
Yep.
Randomly selected for you.
Could, yeah.
What's your least
There's
favorite console?
far more shit than there are gems.
Oh, yeah, totally.
My least favorite console? That's hard. The N64.
Yep, same for me.
The N64.
It is the N64 for me as well. And I feel confident that we played 3 N64 games that were Paper
N64.
Mario, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64. I mean, not going to get a lot of mileage, but Star Fox 64 is a game I do feel like I could play.
And Mario 64, I've never really played that a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And get Yoshi and shit.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. Okay. We did okay. That wasn't our best quiz. We did okay.
Yeah, that was hard. That was challenging, Ross. Good job.
That was a good one. Thank you.
Well, all right. Normally, this is now whenever I would pull out the batter up.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, you and I, the other night, bust out the Super Scope to test it for Revolution X.
Yes. So we played Super Scope 6. And we played another game as well.
So I don't know where you want to start, but I want to buck the randomizer a little bit because we had a lot of fun with that Super Scope. We went through a lot of shit to get it set up and play it.
Yep. We found out that your giant CRT does not work.
I have this joke CRT I keep back here, and that worked.
No, your joke CRT is great. I love your joke CRT.
It's got like carpeted side panels and shit.
No, I love it. It's great.
So I would like to do the Super Scope 6.
All right.
Maybe if we feel like we want to dip into the game that we play that we love so much, or if we just want to cover, because I feel like there's a lot of mileage talking about all things for the Super Scope 6.
Let's do both, man. But because we played Metal Clash, Falcon's Revenge.
Yep.
And I hope I got the name of that game right.
Or Battle Clash.
Battle Clash was the first one.
Battle Clash is the first one. The other one, yes.
The sequel.
The sequel to that, Falcon's Revenge.
But I don't want to do them in the same episode. I want to do 2 separate episodes. Because I feel like we could do an episode like on the Super Scope and then the Super Scope 6.
Let's do one over the Super Scope and the game that came with it.
Yeah.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
So next week, let's do the pack-in-box Super Scope 6.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Would you like to go ahead and select our next random game as well, or do you want to just wait until we're... Because the thing is...
We should go ahead and select it so we have more time playing it.
Just in case it's like an RPG or something?
Yeah, just in case.
I feel like this is... You and I both talked about this on Saturday night, and it's like, I love the randomizer, and I do not want the randomizer to go away. I don't love the randomizer. I love what it does for us. I think it's fun to like randomly have a game selected. I do not like the games that it gives us most of the time. But I love it as an element of the show. And I want to keep it around. But I also want to have fun from time to time.
Yep.
And I think that's
Plus,
important.
the Super Scope is fresh in our mind right now because we really played that a lot.
Yeah, and Usurper Grimm went out of his way to buy a boxed version, pack it up, send it to us. So, I mean, I think that,
So the Super Scope 6 is still a game on this list. So, yeah, Super Scope 6.
Tyler and Dave can play a little Super Scope.
A little as a treat.
That's a treat.
So all right. Well, let me go ahead and pull this batter up then. Dust it off.
I just really want to hear it. That's the real
that's
thing.
Fair. So put my head to it, spin around a circle, put my nose in a random direction. Beep doop boop doop beep doop boop doop beep doop boop doop boop doop boop boop boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
346.
Plock.
Oh, not Plock. It's also not an RPG.
Wow.
Also not a game that we're probably going to need a lot of time to play.
Oh, okay.
It's in the M's.
Marvin the Martian's. Am I right?
Marvin the Martians?
Is it Marvin the Martian?
It is not Marvin the Martian. It is. Oh, you want to get another guess?
No, I've got no guesses.
Micro Machines.
Micro Machines.
Micro Machines. Which I have heard good things about on the NES.
Yeah.
I believe there's a good Micro Machines game. I don't know if the SNES game is good or not, but
Yeah.
we'll find out
Week after next.
eventually.
Yep.
All right. Or maybe not the week after next. Because we might want to do
I
Metal
want to do
Clash.
Falcons. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
We will get to it.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and Spotify. So let's see. Next episode, Super Cup 6. And then you want to send us something like Zeus did? Send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. We do take voicemails from time to time.
Yep.
270-883-2555. You want to get some of our shit? Our social media shit. So that we're TADPOG_podcast on both Instagram and Twitter. Then we have the meme and episode posting group of TADPOG. But then if you like that deep, that dank shit, then you get in TADPOG Nation.
Yeah.
And then if you're a good boy who likes all good things, get that Discord channel.
That Discord is bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. That'll get you an invite. That server is like, that is my main social thing now.
Yeah.
Like it is 100%. Like when I want to talk, when I want to chat, that is where I go to. That is my default now. Like I fucking love that server.
I was in the Piggy Palace discussion and questions. And now that's totally done now.
You're totally done with the server?
I'm done. I have nothing to do on Discord.
No, I get it. Look,
yeah.
Discord is one of those things where, and one of the things that, honestly, it's one of the things that I love about it is to use Discord regularly. You have to like consciously make the decision to do it because it is not it's not as easy to do as Facebook. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that is it's blurst. It's its blessing and it's its curse because it's like it is just like, well, there aren't a whole lot of people on it because it is there's this like barrier of entry. But it's like when you get over that barrier and you hit it up regularly, it's like, yeah, this is good. Like it's a really good place. Yeah, I love it. And then everyone on there is really cool. So
Sweet.
It's my favorite.
Do you want some of our merchandise? We have shirts on shirts.tadpog.com.
Yep. I stream on Twitch on Sunday nights, TADPOG Church. I'm going to try to stream more frequently now, just to socialize mainly, honestly, because it's like I like.
If you're
working,
locked up in quarantine, you might appreciate a little more streams to watch.
Yeah. And it's like as much as I prefer to work from home for now instead of the office, it is like it is kind of like all right. I get it why people like want to be out.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different because like I moved my work computer like to the bedroom. So now previously it was in the living room, like on our dining room table. That was great because it's like, man, this is a nice big room. The TV's right there. So I can just, when nothing's going on, I can just watch the TV. Or I can just like have episodes of Seinfeld running while I work because it's like I've seen, it's like I don't have to really pay attention to watch Seinfeld because I've seen it a bunch. But like now that it's in the bedroom, we don't have a TV in the bedroom or anything. And it's like the computer's like up against the wall. It's nice having windows, but other than that, it's very similar to just being in my office at work.
Well, I think we have some executive producers to thank.
We do.
Some S-rank executive producers.
We do, because a lot of people have donated to the Patreon recently, and we need to thank all of those people. But before we do that, this show was executive produced by the following people: Cubicle Monkey, Cats Are Crazy, Usurper Grimm, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cody Phillips, Chase Coburn, Cousin David Galino, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Joseph Phillips, Platinum member Brett Miller, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope Phil, Prime Inquisitor, Ross Rachel Green, and Sean Reynolds.
Sean Reynolds. Yes, and a very nice message. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
So everyone, holy shit. And then the two usurpers of the usurper, Cubicle Monkey and Cats Are Crazy.
Yeah, you guys.
Cats Are Crazy have no idea who you are.
We don't know who you are.
In any terms whatsoever, but
we don't
thank
know who
you.
you are, but yeah, fucking thank you. It's been really fucking crazy recently, and it is really comforting to know that we have really supportive listeners.
It's so just heart melting and incredible that we have these people who we don't even know. You know us through this podcast. We don't know you, and you think so much of us and
of our well-being.
Dave, yes, especially Dave. That's a feeling. And I mean, I can also just piggyback that on the support I got when Jack and Grayson were born. Like, it's it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I have to try not to cry right now, that it's just, man, you know?
It's like Aerosmith said, it's amazing.
It's amazing. So neither one of us can thank you guys enough.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Like, starting this show in 2012, there's no way I would have ever thought we would get here to have something like this. Not just the community, but just the level of support.
Yep.
Like, it's
yeah. I'm in it when I said I honestly do think that we have the most supportive listeners of any podcast.
Yes.
And at the same time, I do not think that we are worth it. But I'm glad that you guys are fucking there and listening to us and are super supportive, because you really are very supportive. You really do make a fucking difference in our lives. Like, that is 100% the truth. You make a difference in our lives. And that is mind blowing. You're right, man. When we started this in 2012, I never would have like when we had like 12 listeners. Like,
so why you want to do a podcast in case I get laid off, that people are gonna care?
Right? Yeah, that wasn't a thing. It was like, I don't know. We played Diablo 3 a lot, and we talk while we do that. And I like to hear myself talk, so let's do a podcast. So we have the following people to thank. It's been very active on Patreon. Thank you again. Prime Inquisitor, Ross Rachel Green, thank you. Nolan Clemens, thank you. Jeff Miners, thank you. Cubicle Monkey, thank you. Phil Hawkins, thank you. Cody Phillips, thank you. Travis Farmer, thank you. Cousin David Galino, fucking thank you, dude. Lord Mulaney Dennis, thanks, man. Chase Coburn, thank you. Sean Reynolds, thank you. Cats Are Crazy, holy shit, fucking thank you. Cubicle Monkey, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that was the one where it was like, the fuck?
Thank you. Thank you. Kyle, Edgelord Kyle, Pearlbaugh, thank you, dude. Nathan Eaton, thank you. Thomas Deeks, thank you. Shane Davis, thank you. Bubba Shane. Michael Warren, thank you. Nick Price, thank you. Catchpenny Gaming, a.k.a. Mitch, thank you. Zeus, thank you. George Brinson Jr., thank you. Christian Bard, thank you. Paul Clark, thank you. Donnie, thank you. Dane Burchett, thank you. Joseph Phillips, thank you. Ben Hannibal, thank you. Jeffrey Cross, thank you. And Retro Gamer 1970, thank you.
Man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was like listening to the Patreon thank yous at the end of a last podcast on the last episode.
So, yeah, these people are amazing. You guys are fucking great. Seriously. It was Saturday when all that went down. It was relieving. It really was. It was relieving to see that, and it was comforting. And I definitely needed that comfort.
Oh yeah,
desperately. So thank you. You guys are great.
No, yeah, I can't put any more into words because there just aren't good enough words. So man. Well, our theme song is Move by Sycamore Drive to that track from the charts at TADPOG.com. Yeah, you want to just end this just saying thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So until next time, thank you.
Thank you very much. I cheated a little bit.
David cheated a little bit.